in, and is having a little bit of a look before heading into stall number 4. Rocking and rolling on the near side. Dark Tornado, I think, might have been responsible for rattling the stalls, but we are just about all set. 7 furlongs, 3-year-olds for the Jersey Stakes. A Group 3 contest. All clears given, and they leave the stalls. And away they head. Evan Shaddad in the red and white, one of the first to show, and right up the centre, Never So Brave, between them Native American, as they congregate up the middle of the racecourse. Zoom Zoom tracks them. Haatem's red cap, gold sleeves, just behind the pace. Kukuli races freely with Boiling Point. El Badon is in that second wave, and the big white face of Cortez Bay towards the outside. Night Raider, very fierce towards the outer of Ziggy's Dream. At this stage, we race through the River Tigers in about 5th place. Pearls and Rubies at the back with Mountain Bear, then Sun, also under restraint. So out in the lead, it's Native American by half a length from Evan Shaddad, Never So Brave, and Haatem getting a nice trail in. Boiling Point comes next. Kukuli choke out in 6th place. A race is just ahead of Zoom Zoom towards the outside. Cortez Bay, El Badon. Task Force amongst horses with Night Raider towards the left-hand side, and then still towards the back, Pearl and Rubies in company with Sun, Mountain Bear, and just ahead of those is Chicago Critic. Racing then down towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Native American with Haatem poised in the red cap. Never So Brave to the left-hand side. Kukuli trying to follow them in. At this stage, River Tiber is towards the left. It's Haatem who commits first. Goes past Never So Brave in second, who's battling on. River Tiber just hanging slightly. Kukuli still sustaining the effort from the back, Mountain Bear, and also Chicago Critic trying to close. Out in the lead, Haatem, but Kukuli, despite racing keenly, is still finding at the business end of the race. Haatem with Kukuli, who's got to a head. It is close. Haatem on the far side may just have repelled Kukuli, who has got close. Chicago Critic, Mountain Bear and Task Force. Maybe Haatem was idling slightly, or maybe Kukuli had just come to the end of his tether. It is close. The first impression was that Haatem on the far side had just held on. Kukuli, Chicago Critic's third, Mountain Bear is 4th. James Doyle has a glance down, checks his number clock. He's number 1. Kukuli, who was keen, is half brother to Frankel. It's in the hands of the judge.
Well, I think we can confidently say Haatem hasn't lost. Here's the result.
Nice. First, number 1, Haatem.
He's won it. Third in the 2,000 guineas. Second in the Irish 2,000 guineas. Switched owners, bought by Wathnan Racing. First in the Jersey Stakes. And Jason, there was some performance because it looked like Kukuli was coming to take him, and he just dug out more.
Yeah, absolutely. With that £3 penalty, of course, he was successful in the Craven in the early part of the campaign. He then had run with credit over in Ireland and just got nailed on that occasion. Doyle commits early. It opened up beautifully, and he travelled into it so well, right in behind the pace, and then he's there. Can they get him? Can they get me? Murtar will be thrilled. Well, he's Chicago Critic in 3rd.
Yeah. How are you feeling if you're Harry Charlton? Sorry, Cheska.
Oh, God, I think if you're Harry Charlton, you're thinking, please can hand of God change my luck later this afternoon, because they've had 2 seconds that arguably, well, not should have won, but that was really close there. Kukuli has run a massive race. It was only his 4th lifetime start. And when you think about it, Kevin, he's up against a really baton-hardened horse in the shape of Haatem, who gives his all.
Oh, absolutely. Look, you couldn't say he didn't deserve it. He's been acquitting himself so well in top races. He got a beautiful toe into the race, and he was good and hardy when he needed to be.
James Doyle has, well, I presume you knew at the line, or did you have any idea whether or not you'd held on, James?
No idea. I had my head down. Oisin said to me, did you get back up? So that kind of showed me that he had an idea, but it wasn't until Sean Levy came down and said well done to me. So what a horse. He's an absolute warrior, he is. That wasn't his ideal setup. We came up with a plan and it worked. So he would have been robbed. If he'd have got beat, he would have been robbed, because he responded well. Oisin quite smartly challenged away from me, and he did spot him late on. He responded well, but yeah, what a horse.
When you asked him to pick up, did he catch you by surprise how quickly he picked up and went clear of his rivals?
No, not at all. No, Jamie Spencer said to me he quickened really smartly in Ireland, so no, I wasn't surprised at all. But, you know, look, we were trying to put a square peg into a round hole today, which often doesn't work, but because he's such a versatile horse, it's worked.
So fair to say this is a miler who's 1/7 today?
Absolutely, yeah, no doubt.
How would you sum up the way your week has gone so far, James?
Well, there's a select few lads in the weighing room that are happy. That means there's a lot of unhappy lads, but there's been some great stories this week. Look, there was plenty of pressure coming into this week to perform. There's been no secret the money been invested by Hannon and all the team, so it's just great that we've got some results on the board tonight, throughout the week. So, yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy.
Well, there are times when you're not happy, so enjoy the times when you are. Let's have a word with Ben, who I really enjoyed your reaction as you went to get him. It was almost, I think, relief a bit that he won because he deserved this.
Yeah, no, he's a really hardy little horse, and he did really well in the Guineas, so he definitely deserved to win today.
Well, what's he like at home?
He's very relaxed. He's a lovely little horse. He is. As I said, he's hardy. He's really hardy. He's stayed on really well.
Horses with his attitude and a big following, and that was a really gutsy performance. Well done to everybody.
You're spot on, Rishi. James Doyle's description's absolutely right. He's a warrior. He ran 9 times as a 2-year-old. We saw him so often on ITV, and this year, 2 placed efforts in classics. Now comes his day in the sun here at Royal Ascot with a very likeable Haatem. This was tight. I have to feel for Harry Charlton. King's Gambit beaten into second a couple of days ago. Second by a whisker here. Surely the hand of God is going to play a part later. 32 years on from Maradona's infamous goal. That comes later. The Jersey Stakes was won by Haatem at 7-2. Kikuli was second at 14. Chicago critic Johnny Murtagh. He's here with Orla today. Ran huge at 80-1. Probably would have won the Britannia. Mountain Bear finished in 4th. We'll hear from Richard Hannon. We'll talk about Wafnan Racing with Kevin